Good afternoon. This is the Board of Zoning Appeals regular meeting. Tonight is Tuesday, January 14th, 2020. It's 6 p.m. Typically our lawyer would be doing this, but I'm going to be doing it tonight. I'm Skylar York, the planning director, and I'm going to call this to order. And I'll call roll now. Karen, or Miss Janice?
I'm here.
Mr. Norvell?
Here.
Mr. Zimmer?
Here.
Miss Stransky?
Here.
We have a quorum. Our first order of business tonight is to elect new officers for this year, for the year of 2020. So I guess I will open up the floor for nominations for president.
I'd like to nominate Larry Zimmer, to retain him as president, Larry Zimmer.
I second that.
I accept.
We have a second, so I'll call the roll. Miss Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Norvell?
Yes.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
Ms. Stransky?
Yes.
Motion approved. We have a new chair. I will take my place and hand it over to the chair.
Thank you, Skylar. The next election of officer would be for vice president. Do I get a nomination?
I nominate Lester Norvell.
Lester Norvell is nominated. Is there a second?
Second that.
And there's a second.
I accept.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Norvell?
Yes.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
Ms. Stransky?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Thank you.
And then the last office is for secretary. Is there a nomination?
I nominate Karen Janice.
Second.
Karen Janice is nominated. We have a second.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
You can vote for yourself.
Mr. Norvell?
Yes.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
Ms. Stransky?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Great. Thank you, everyone. The next order would be, I would just state that we're going to waive the reading of the policy of conduct and procedures, but have them inserted into the minutes. Our next item of business is approval of minutes from our regular meeting in October. This has been passed on because we have not had a quorum. So tonight we do have a quorum, so we can hopefully approve the minutes from October 8th. Do I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Skylar?
Let me make sure I'm doing the right one here. Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Norvell?
Yes.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
Ms. Stransky?
Yes.
Motion approved.
And then we have the approval of the meeting minutes from December 10th.
I move to approve the December 10th minutes.
Well, I was gone.
I'll second that.
Ms. Janice?
to abstain.
Would you like to abstain since you weren't here?
I wasn't here.
So you want to abstain?
I abstain.
Mr. Norvell?
Yes.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
Ms. Stransky?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next order of business is petitions, but there are no petitions this evening. So we will move into old business, which is approval of findings and orders from December. I'll just hand that over to Skylar.
Okay. Let me get these in order real quick. Okay. Our first findings in order. Our first findings in order are for petition B-108-19. The petitioner was Mr. Steve Wilson. The owners of the property were Elizabeth A. and John M. Demio. The request is a development standard variance. The location was 1220 Lakeshore Drive, Michigan City, Indiana. The public hearing date was December 10th, 2019. Let's see.
That's 17 Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to go through it. Sorry. We, the members of the Michigan City Board of Zoning Appeals, now find, 1, that the petitioner is Steve Wilson, the petitioner. 2, that the property owners are Elizabeth A. and John M. Demio, the owner. 3, that the property that is the subject of this petition is 1720 Lakeshore Drive, Michigan City, Indiana, the property. 4, that the property is zoned R1E, waterfront residential. 5, that the petitioner is requesting development standards variance for relief from front yard and side yard setback requirements. And 6, that the Board of Zoning Appeals now finds that the request for the development standard variance. And 7, that the board approves the requested development standard variance, but subject to the following conditions. A, no solid privacy fence shall be installed along the eastern edge of the property to ensure movement around the property and adjacent properties in the case of emergencies such as fire and EMS services. B, that the beach access shall be restored to continue to provide public access to the beach. And C, the removal of all encroachments in city-owned property, which includes the raised platform within the esplanade. D, that there shall be no additional encroachments added to any city-owned property. E, no parking will be allowed along the beach access or blocking the beach access. The planning department will ask the Board of Works for signage to be installed along the access point. F, the beach access will not be used for parking or access to current home. Now, therefore, based upon the petition and the presentation of the petitioner, all documents, testimony, remonstrances, and other matters brought forth in the public meeting, and all materials, documents, and testimonies set out in the record of this matter, subject to the conditions set out in paragraph 7 above, the Michigan City Board of Zoning Appeals made findings set out above and granted petition number B-108-19 on December 10th, 2019.
Thank you, Skylar. So we just need a motion and a second to approve the decision and findings of fact of this petition.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the finding of facts to include all conditions, petition B-108, and we accept the petition.
I second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Skylar, take the roll or call or the vote.
Yep. Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Norvell?
Yes.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
Ms. Stransky?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Skylar, you just want me to start signing one here, or do you have another one?
I was gonna pass it that way
Okay.
and let it come back to me.
Great.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one right here. Got signatures.
So the next petition is B109-19 to approve the findings and fact for that petition on December 10th. Skylar's going to read it.
Yes. Okay, so this next petition is next findings. It's not a petition. Next findings is the decisions and findings of fact for petition B-109-19. The petitioner is Dr. George Oprisco, PhD, owner is Public Research Institute. The request is for a special exception use, and the location is 200 South Carwick Road. The public hearing date was December 10th, 2019. We, the members of the Michigan City Board of Zoning Appeals, now find, one, that the petitioner is George Oprisco, PhD, that the property owner is Public Research Institute, that the property is the subject of the petition, is commonly known as 200 South Carwick Road, that the property is zoned R1C, Single Family Residential District. 5, that the petitioner is requesting a special exception use to allow petitioner to install water and sewer to the new garage accessory building. And 6, that the Board of Zoning Appeals now finds as to the request of the special exception use as follows. Now, therefore, based upon the petition and the presentation of the petitioner, all the documents, testimonies, remonstrances, and other matters brought forth in the public hearing, and all materials, documents, and testimonies set out in the record for this matter, and subject to the conditions set out in paragraph 7 above, the Michigan City Board of Zoning Appeals made the findings set out above and granted petition number B-109-19 on December 10th, 2019.
Thank you, Skylar. We need a motion and a second to approve this.
Make a motion that we accept the decision of finding the facts of petition B-109 and that it be approved.
I second that.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Norvell?
Yes.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
Ms. Stransky?
Yes.
Motion approved.
The next petition is B-110-19, decision and findings of fact.
This is the decisions and findings of fact for petition B-110-19. Petitioner is Dennis and Louis Gates. The owner is Dennis J. Gates, trustee. The request is a development standard variance. The location is 812 Lakeshore Drive. Public hearing date December 10th, 2019. We, the members of the Michigan City Board of Zoning Appeals, now find, 1, that the petitioners are Dennis and Lois Gates. 2, that the property owner is Dennis J. Gates, trustee. 3, that the property that is the subject of this petition is 812 Lakeshore Drive, Michigan City, Indiana. 4, that the property is zoned R1E, waterfront residential. 5, that the petitioners are requesting a development standard variance to allow a 4-foot balcony to project into a previously approved variance for 7-foot 11 setback. 6, that the Board of Zoning Appeals now finds as to the request for the development standard variance. 7, 7, that the department approves petition number B-110-19 and thereby modifies condition number 2 of the previously approved variance, petition B-106-19, only to the extent that the petitioners may install no more than a 4-foot balcony. Now therefore, based upon the petition and the presentation of the petitioners, all documents, testimonies, remonstrances, and other matters brought forth in the public hearing, and all materials, documents, and testimony set out in the record of this matter, the Michigan City Board of Zoning Appeals made the findings set out above and granted petition number B-110-19 on December 10th, 2019.
Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second that.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Norvell?
Yes.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
Ms. Stransky?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Our last petition this evening is findings of fact is B-111-19.
This is the decisions and findings of fact for petition number B-111-19. The petitioner is Michigan City Redevelopment Commission. The owner is the City of Michigan City. The request is a use variance. The location is 1215 East 2nd Street and vacant lots 118, 119, 120, and 121 on F Street, also known as parcel number 46-01-28-132-010.000-022. Okay, the public hearing date was December 10th, 2019. We, the members of the Michigan City Board of Zoning Appeals, now find 1, that the petitioner is the Michigan City Redevelopment Commission. 2, that the property owner is the City of Michigan City. 3, that the property that is the subject of this petition is 1215 East 2nd Street and vacant lots 118, 119, 120, and 121 on F Street, Michigan City, Indiana. 4, that the property is Zone B2 General Commercial District and R1D Residential District as to lot 118 on F Street. 5, that the petitioner is requesting a use variance to allow the 3 parcels and the existing industrial building to be used as a microbrewery along with the adjacent lots for related uses such as parking lot to support the primary use. 6, that the Board of Zoning Appeals now finds as to the request for the use variance. Now therefore based upon the petition, the presentation of the petitioner, all documents, testimony, remonstrances, and other matters brought forth in the public hearing, and all materials, documents, and testimony set out in the record of this matter, subject to any conditions set out in paragraph 7 above, the Michigan City Board of Zoning Appeals made the findings set out above and granted petition number B-111-19 on December 10th, 2019.
Thanks, Skylar. Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Ms. Janice?
Yes.
Mr. Norvell?
Yes.
Mr. Zimmer?
Yes.
Ms. Stransky?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay.
Is there any new business this evening, Skylar?
We have no new business before us this evening.
Okay. Any comment from the public this evening? Hi. We got a hello, that's it. So I guess we are adjourned then. Thank you, everyone.